Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. 48 Sooners will put total weather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He'll try to pop the draw. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. So Oklahoma's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the...
And down he goes back at the 3. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Back to pass, it's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Sooners decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Forced out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. It's a draw. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. This is a 3rd and long. They move the tight end all over. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Get it out on the screen. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Going right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel. A revealing outcome with massive implications, man.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated too because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll bring it back. It's Brown. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did.
And the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block, it's Brown. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Finishes the run with the slide. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Wants to throw. It's Arnold. It's complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And they got him for the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll bring it back. It's Brown. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown here.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Arnold. He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Anthony.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Sooners are on the move. On the ground with the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They bring the punter onto the field now.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On the ground, it's Maffa. On the move at the 30. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got a man, it's Briningstool. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch down the right side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Catch in the middle. It's Roberts. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got his man on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stool. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up second down.
He's back to throw on second down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. They've got the lead here in the fourth. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Off-play action on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Let's see what they've got on second down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. To the air, it's Arnold. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
On second down, wants to throw it. Working that left side now. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They keep attacking through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that pass intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
A first down for the offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
You can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do